Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to talk about if intermittent fasting really does work. So let's get into it. I started intermittent fasting around 6-7 years ago without even realising what it was. So I started when I was around 17, 18 years of age, and the reason I started was kind of by accident. So I never liked eating in the morning, so when I decided I was going to lose weight, I decided, you know, I wouldn't eat my first meal until 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'd read about how it's best not to eat after 7 PM. So I combined it with that. So without even realising what I was doing, I was intermittent fasting 18-19 hours every day. And I started my weight loss journey at I was a size 42-inch waist. Now I'm not sure what my exact weight was, but you know, 42-inch waist, it was pretty heavy at the time. So I went from there and down to my lowest weight, which took me probably out 4 years in total. I got down to a 28-inch waist, which obviously is extremely slim. Currently I've gone back up a little bit, I'm back to a 32, but nowhere near what I was. So intermittent fasting for me was very, very effective. Now, when you first start intermittent fasting, without changing what you eat at all, you'll start to lose a lot of weight. Just because when you're eating in such a small amount, you've only got a window of 6-7 hours to eat. So the amount of food you can fit in that time, especially if you're eating healthy and you're not, you know, just going to McDonald's or some such place, you will lose weight without even really trying. Now the first couple of weeks are quite difficult, especially if you're used to eating constantly. You might start to feel a bit lightheaded and such. So you need to start off slow. It's best to start just with a 16-hour eating window. But once you move on from there, and perhaps you're starting to see slower results, you need to start combining other things with intermittent fasting. So I then moved on to counting my calories more strictly, and one of the most important things to do is you need to cut out all liquid calories. So you need to, when you're in your fasting window, you need to just be having calorie-free drinks, so black coffee, water, green tea, that kind of thing. It's also best to avoid any of these kind of sugar-free energy drinks, sugar-free Coca-Cola, these kind of drinks, because they do contain a lot of sweetness, and some sweetness, not all sweetness, but most sweetness will affect your insulin levels in a similar way sugar does. So they can affect your fast even though they have no calories. So anyway, once you've cut out all your liquid calories, your calorie counting, you start to lose weight quicker than any other diet. At least it worked for me. You know, I went from a 42-inch waist to a 28-inch waist, and I tried every diet possible, you know. Nothing worked for me before, I couldn't stick to anything. But intermittent fasting, it lets you live the life you want and lose weight at the same time. So you can still go out with your friends, you can still go out eating, you can, I don't recommend it, but you can drink alcohol as well. It will slow down your progress a little bit, but it's, you know, you can basically do what you want and lose weight. Especially if you're at a very high weight, you'll find that pretty much whatever you're doing, you will lose weight. Especially if you stick to intermittent fasting, if you stick to your window, you try and count your calories as well. Use MyFitnessPal if you're not very good at that, and you'll start to lose weight very quickly. Now the fast, I tried a couple of other things. Once I got to around a 30-inch waist, to cut down that last bit of fat, I tried a couple of other things, and combined with intermittent fasting, by far the fastest way is to add in a bit of the keto diet. You know, you really want to lower your carbs down, you want to try and eat more fats and kind of medium protein. Once you do that, you really will lose weight very fast, because obviously the carbohydrates and the sugar is what increases your insulin level the most, and when there's insulin present in the blood, you won't be able to lose any weight at all. That's why intermittent fasting is really effective, because it keeps that insulin level low. Because you're not eating, every time you eat you spike insulin, so when you're not eating, insulin is very, very low and you're in pure fat burning mode basically. So it's definitely very, very effective. I definitely recommend you to try it. You know, if you try it for 2 weeks, stick to it, you know, strictly for 2 weeks. If you don't see results, you'll be the first person, because it's just such an effective eating plan that basically allows you to live how you want. Because you try other different diets and you've got to be, you're hungry all the time basically, you know. There's so many diets around. You've got all the Weight Watchers stuff and various other diets, but it's by far the most effective that I've tried, and I do recommend all of you to try it, because it worked for me, you know. It changed my life. I went from being overweight my whole life, an overweight teenager, and you know, down to 28-inch waist, which was a bit too small, so I have gone up a little bit since then, but I've basically maintained a stable weight doing intermittent fasting from then on. You can also combine intermittent fasting with your, you know, your normal workouts and stuff. If you do exercise as well, you will obviously lose weight even faster. It works very well combined with a weightlifting program if you do choose to lift weights, which I do recommend, because it will certainly help your body composition. If you need more information on intermittent fasting, just do a search online. There's lots of articles on PubMed and such sites, and you can see where they've done tests, you know, with intermittent fasting. People with the same amount of experience lifting weights, people with the same size and such, in a controlled environment, and people that are eating the exact same calories that have done intermittent fasting have lost way more fat than people eating the same amount of calories that are not doing intermittent fasting. So it's very, very effective, and you know, give it a go, because if it doesn't work, you know, what have you lost? So give it a go, and you know, please tell me how it goes. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and you know, subscribe for more, because I'll be doing 2 videos every day. And yeah, that's it for today guys. Thanks for watching.